Boss on the whole wide world sound like the bigger boss.
Dread at the control. Yo, bigger boss.
As the rope is wound, the masters are bound. From the blacks you're sealed, our strength revealed. Poof, poof, be gone and stay far away. The masters are powerless as up to date. As the rope is wound, the masters are bound. From the blacks you're sealed, our strength revealed. Poof, poof, be gone and stay far away. The masters are powerless as up to date. As the rope is wound, the masters are bound. From the blacks you're sealed, our strength revealed. Poof, poof, be gone and stay far away. The masters are powerless as up to date. As the rope is masters are bound. From the blacks you're sealed, our strength revealed. Poof, poof, be gone and stay far away. The masters are powerless as up to date.
Some say the whole thing I work, nothing about.
Gunshot on the boy them face.
I want go on. You don't know set a Triple Crown promotion. You don't know set.
Bigger boss, you say greatness. Every ghetto youth escape stress, shining like a chandelier. One them brand for wear. The same amount say yes and no. Now make them stress we yo. When it go like a Eskimo. Bigger boss will rescue you. I shall and I will shine till the day I die. You will my cry. Shall and I will buy one of the house, one I hail. Yo, bigger boss, we never drop our levels. Still have it on a level. No, we never drop our levels. Still have it on a level.
Bigger boss. Fuck the paper. Fuck that. Some say the whole thing I work, nothing about.
So the roadmap. So here's what it comes down to. The roadmap and aim was set out by the PMO and is as follows. And I hate looking down when I'm reading this, so let me see if I can read it this way. All right. Phase in secondary lockdown restrictions on a rolling basis, starting with major metropolitan areas first and expanding outward. Expected by November 2020. Next one, rush the acquisition of or construction of isolation facilities across every province and territory, expected by December 2020. These are concentration camps they're talking about. Daily new cases of COVID-19 will surge beyond capacity of testing. Interesting that they already know that they're going to surge, right? Why? Because they know that if there is such a virus out there, assuming that there's a real virus out there, the testing is already going, it's already predetermined. They're testing, they're attenuating, they're basically amplifying the RT-PCR test to the point that every human being will test positive. That's what their goal is. All right, so the new daily new cases of COVID will surge beyond capacity of testing, including increases in COVID-related deaths following the same growth curves, expected by end of November 2020. Complete and total secondary lockdown, much stricter than the first and second rolling phase restrictions, expected by end of December 2020, early January 2021. Reform and expansion of the unemployment program to transition into the universal basic income program, expected by Q1 2021. projected COVID-19 mutation and or co-infection with secondary virus referred to as COVID-21, leading to a third wave with much higher mortality rate and higher rate of infection. Expected referred to as COVID-21, infection with secondary virus referred to as COVID-21, infection with secondary virus referred to as COVID-21, leading to a third wave with much higher mortality rate and higher rate of infection expected by February 2021. Daily new cases of COVID-21 hospitalizations and COVID-19 and COVID-21 related deaths will exceed medical facility capacities expected by Q2 of 2021. Enhanced lockdown restrictions referred to as third lockdown will be implemented. Full travel restrictions will be imposed, including inter-province and intercity, expected by Q2 2021. Guys, understand that. That means that if you're in British Columbia, you can't go to Quebec. All right. This is what they're talking about. And if you're in one city and you try to go into another city in the same province, they're not going to allow you to do that. This is in Canada. Of course, they're going to try to roll this out, and I'll get to that point here. This is in Canada. This is in Canada. This is in Canada. Of course, they're going to try to roll this out, and I'll get to that point here in a second. All right. Transitioning of individuals into the Universal Basic Income Program, expected mid-Q2 2021. Projected supply chain breakdowns in inventory storage, large economic instability, all expected late second quarter 2021. Deployment of military personnel into major metropolitan areas as well as all major roadways to establish travel checkpoints, restrict travel and movement, provide logistical support to the area, expected by third quarter 2021. Along with that provided roadmap, the Strategic Planning Committee was asked to design an effective way of transitioning Canadians to meet an unprecedented economic endeavor, one that would change the face of Canada and forever alter the lives of Canadians. One that would change the face of economic endeavor, one that would change the face of Canada and forever alter the lives of Canadians. All right, guys, this is where it gets really disturbing, as if it's not already disturbing. What we are told was that in order to offset what was essentially an economic collapse on an international scale, that the federal government was going to offer Canadians a total debt relief. That the federal government was going to offer Canadians a total debt relief. Collapse on an international scale, that the essentially an economic collapse on an international scale, that the federal government was going to offer Canadians a total debt relief. So people are getting excited about that. That sounds good, but wait. This is how it works. The federal government will offer to eliminate all personal debts, all mortgages, all loans, all credit cards, etc., which all funding will be provided to Canada by the IMF under what will become known as the World Debt Reset Program. In exchange for acceptance of this total debt forgiveness, the individual would forfeit ownership of any and all property and assets forever. Ownership of any and all property and assets forever. In exchange for acceptance of this total debt forgiveness, the individual would forfeit ownership of any and all property and assets forever. The individual would also have to agree to partake in the COVID-19 and COVID-21 vaccination schedule, which will provide the individual with unrestricted travel and unrestricted living even under a full lockdown. So if you agree, you can go do anything you're doing as long as you partake in the COVID-19 and COVID-21 vaccination schedule, regardless of the lockdown. Magically you take this vaccine and boom, guess what? You don't have to social distance, you don't have to wear a mask anymore because you have already gotten your vaccines. All right? So this is unrestricted living even under a full lockdown through the use of a photo identification referred to as Canada's Health Pass. Committee members asked who would become the owner of the forfeited property. Committee members asked who would become the owner of the forfeited property. Committee members asked who would become the owner of the forfeited property and assets in that scenario, and what would happen to lenders or financial institutions. We were simply told the World Debt Reset Program will handle all of the details. So when they were asked what happens to the property, what happens to the banks, don't worry about it, we're going to take care of it. That's what they were told. All right, and now it gets really, really interesting. Wow. Members asked who would become, I read that. Several committee members also questioned what would happen to individuals if they refused to participate in the World Debt Reset Program or the Health Pass or the vaccination schedule. The answer we got was very troubling. Essentially, we were told it was our duty to make sure we come up with a plan, meaning the Liberal Party was told that it was their duty to come up with a plan to ensure that would never happen.
You know, you're going to teach the youth. And the youth will light himself and
Dockery, slug it. Yo, just slave with it, tax that and them occupation. Dirty politician, your eradication.
You know, you're going to teach the youth. And the youth will light himself and
Dockery, slug it. Yo, just slave with it, tax that and them occupation. Dirty politician, your eradication. No one get to youth, we have no education. So they put four in your head. Pam, 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 pam.
Well, crisis.
Clearly.
Confusions.
I wonder why.
Destructions. In the new millennium.
Talk to them, not slugging.
This civil war over Selassie. This civil war over Christ. This civil war over religion. This a civil war organized. This civil war over Selassie. This civil war over Christ. This civil war over religion. This a civil war organized.
Then is a set of whole vampire, political liar, Marcus Garvey told you to beware. You kill we all a million more time plus a million and one, and the great Garvey go still be there. Who buy the gun, who give the yard of the buses? Babylon strong will get on you, come fi crush it. Them rights no equal in a toilet, we flush it. So the house of parliament doors, yeah, we man rush it. No justice, no peace, we look to the east. Blood have to run if we fit trample the beast. Man a real lion, like Skilly Bango. More militant than Cash and Tango. Tear go.
Black blood, them system come for suck up. Babylon, you must dead fuck up. Inna the resistance right now, you buck up. Queen of England, you a go dead fuck up. Corporate America, please shut the fuck up. Sell way out, you have a dead fuck up. Inna Satan body wall, the whole I wanna chuck up. Why? Because no I got dead fuck up. Fuck them system, yo. Half with them head. Long time me know them pussy they feed it. Me no give a fuck how much tears them want shed. With them blood, me want paint the city red. And turn up, this revolution will be widespread. If me half it dead, yeah, who know half it dead? So it was written now. It was said in a Bill Gates head, we want put some lead. Cause black blood, I where them come for sucker. Babylon, you must dead fuck up. In a the resistance, I where you lock up. Queen of England, you are go dead fuck up. Corporate America, please shut the fuck up. Sell way out, you are go dead fuck up. Up in a Satan body wall, who no chuck up? Why? Because no happy dead fuck up. 5G bun me like infrared. Me no have no way to run, so me can't fled. How does it feel now, say your blood has spread? How does it feel to see your seed are dead? Black blood are where them come, you have to suck up. Tell them, Babylon, you must dead fuck up. Inna the resistance, them fit up a Queen of England. You must dead fuck up. American mass media, please shut the fuck up. Sell we out, so you have a dead fuck up. Up in a Satan body, all on no fit chuck up. Why? Cause no happy dead fuck up. Now life is a thing where only money can buy. Rich alone will live and all the poor will have to die. Why Jesus said, I get my riches when I die. So while I'm here in hell, I do not qualify. Burn me with 5G. So now me soul purified. But them fuck up me DNA. So now we can't multiply. Fuck your Willie Lynch. Black man now go comply. The war against the black skin only means one thing. All blacks must die.
The Trump administration has purchased a database that maps the movements of millions of cell phones in the US.
So they're tracking everybody's move. So if people want to come together and do like a big march or do something or just have a meeting or something like that, if there's more than 10 people, just in case of like a quarantine situation where they don't want people to just like to scheme certain things against the government, they have that ability to know how many people are gathering. So they can control the gathering of people to isolate everybody. But another way they can control the people. I mean, it's eerie, man. Just thinking about 5G and the things they can do with 5G is just very scary, guys. It's weird how the Melania Trump came out and did a speech earlier. She emphasized how everybody should use their cell phones.
I urge you to stay connected to family and loved ones through the video chats, phone calls, social media, and other safe technologies. I urge you to stay connected to family and loved ones through the video chats, phone calls, social media, and other safe technologies.
The military using 5G actually as a weapon.
5G is a weapon. 5G is a weapon. 5G is a weapon. It's used by the military. Do you know these 5G millimeter wave technologies are used to scatter crowds? You know, they drive up in this technology when they want to scatter a cloud, and they put out these frequencies in a much higher power than 5G will be initially with us, but the same frequency. And people scatter because they get the feeling their skin is on fire. Skin is on fire. Because the human body, including the skin, is an antenna. It interacts with frequencies and it receives and transmits information. At the cutting edge of understanding of DNA, scientists know that DNA is a receiver-transmitter of information. These technologically generated frequencies are scrambling the balance of the human electromagnetic electrical communication systems. And if you scramble them, create a state of disharmony, dis-ease, which plays through to physical and mental, emotional, psychological dis-ease.
In 2018, it was reported locally that Wuhan would be the testbed city for full 5G network operation in China. The article went on to say that it would be fully operational by 2020. And on Halloween of 2019, they turned it on. Scientists warn that 5G causes flu-like symptoms. Interesting? 5G, an emerging technology upgrade that has many countries concerned about its impact on human health. Experts from all over the world warn of the dangers of 5G.
I say this to kids and anybody else. How long could you live without your smartphone?
seems the dumber you get. Smarter you get, it seems the dumber you get. The smarter our intellectuals become, the more cowardly they become. This has something to do with this colonial education we're getting, because I know some great black minds. You know, I'm in the university system. I see these minds. I talk. People, great minds. But that paycheck is going to dictate what's going to come out that mind. Or come out your mouth of that mind.
And that paycheck is based off of that other piece of paper that they got to affirm their paycheck.
I got master's degree.
So therefore I get paid more.
I get paid more.
Therefore I'm controlled by your system.
Let me I know the truth, but let me not speak it right now.
Nah, because I can't. I got to feed my family.
Right. Now, feeding your family is way more important than speaking the truth to a people that's going to treat you like they did Dr. King. If there was a reward to speaking truth, more people would. If there was a reward to speaking truth, more people would. If there was a reward to speaking truth, more people would. If there was a reward to speaking truth, more people would.
Right.
This morning, I woke up in a curfew.
Clearly.
Oh God, I was a prisoner too. Yeah.
We come to do something, God. The burning and the looting. The revolution will be televised. It's all about perception, open up your eyes, you see? Clearly.
That's why we gonna be.
I fear eyes, don't fear toes, blood fear blood, you fear your blood. Genocide with them and try execute. Blood, genocide, them and try execute. I fear eyes, don't fear toes, blood fear blood, you fear your blood. Genocide with them and try execute. Blood, genocide, them and try execute.
Could not recognize the faces standing over me. They were all dressed in uniforms of brutality.
Send out me black flag, feed them genocide squad. But one them man, me tell them send me mad. Them can't calm me down with them. God. If my mother cry, your mother have be sad.
How many rivers do we have to cross before we can talk to the boss? All of we got, it seems we have lost. We must have really paid the cost. That's why we gonna be.
Blood fear blood, and you fear your blood. Genocide them a go try execute. Genocide them a go try execute. Red bottom shoes, when me tell you to attack, your feet say you're shopping. When me tell you body bag, the whole of them are craving you, them burn up like a fog. Them Georgina dress a big like drag.
This morning, I woke up in a curfew. Oh God, I was a prisoner too.
Blood clot talk English, bomber clot grammar. As them thing that get me very bomber clot upset. Seen? And all because, you know why? I am not singing darling, I blood clot, love you, and come shake my rask, and I'll swim the ocean and climb the mountain. See? And that not going to change me. See? Because I am going to kill the fuckery out there. And people is going to be in demand for the truth. People is sick and tired of hearing bomber clot, get down, shake your fucking booty. See? People is sick and tired of hearing darling, I blood clot, love you. You turn on the fucking radio 24 bomber clot hours a day. You hear darling, I love you. A man wouldn't sing to the almighty ass clot. Him love him woman more than the creator who create the sun, the moon and the bomber clot star. I sick and tired of hearing that bomber blood clot. See?
Clearly, could never be them mockery. Babylon, your face I get bust like crockery. Yeah, we will make you happy. Run for your life. Clearly, could never be them mockery. Babylon, your face I get bust like crockery. Yeah, we will make you happy. Run for your life. We no bring knife. Come a gunfight. We will make you happy. Run. We will make you happy. Run. Yeah. Run with all of your might. You still a figure. Feel them whippy at tonight. We will make you happy. Run. We will make you happy. Run. Yeah. And when you try to fleck up one select up in the head, me no preacher, me no one. When time them fi dead, self-defense. So one me now left me gun. Brimstone and fire fi make them skin burn. Burn up like fire, scar like wire. Rise against me thing, hey boy, me will pull the trigger. Me we kill that nigga. Me we kill that cracker from his killing. Big one to me gun, it don't matter. Shot bun like bees, choke them like a marker. Them skin done. Clearly, could never be them mockery. Babylon, your face I get bust like crockery. Yeah, we will make you happy. Run for your life. We no bring knife. Come a gunfight. We will make you happy. Run. We will make you happy. Run. Yeah. Run with all of your might. You still a figure. Feel them whippy at tonight. We will make you happy. Run. We will make you happy. Run. Yeah. And when you try to fleck up one select up in the head, me no preacher, me no one. When time them fi dead, self-defense. So one me now left me gun. Brimstone and fire fi make them skin burn. Burn up like fire, scar like wire. Rise against me thing, hey boy, me will pull the trigger. Me we kill that nigga. Me we kill that cracker from his killing. Big one to me gun, it don't matter. Shot bun like these, choke them like a marker. Them skin turn purple and black like old tire. Wipe on him knees, now we jar him one member. Hey, it too late, so getting pitch over. We will make you happy. Run for your life. We no bring knife. Come a gunfight. We will make you happy. Run. We will make you happy. Run. Clearly, run with all of your might. You still a figure. Hold them whippy at tonight. We will make you happy. Run. We will make you happy. Run. Early. Yeah. Them say we wanted. Yeah. Them say we wanted. How them go get me haunted, yeah. Tell them it's just us in a them justice system. There's a warrant out for every black man. Me see it clear. It's just us in a them justice system. Slave master, me want me repatriation. You see me want it. Dead or alive and a no joke. Whether me clean or me juggle in the coke, me want it with multiple gunshots. Shot to me face, shot to me head back. Me want it, go check every cell block. Black like clearly. Yeah. Them say we wanted. Yeah. Them say we wanted. How them go get me haunted, yeah. Tell them it's just us in a them justice system. There's a warrant out for every black man. Me see it clear. It's just us in a them justice system. Slave master, me want me repatriation. You see me want it. Dead or alive and a no joke.
Whether me clean or me juggling the coke, me want it with multiple gunshot. Shot to me face, shot to me head back. Me want it, go check every cell block. Black lives only matter to them prison stock. We want it with no key to the lock. Oppressor make me mental go tick-tock, hey. Justice in a them justice system. There's a warrant out for every black man. Me see it clear. It's justice in a them justice system. Slave master, a time for repatriation. And they make me have me post-traumatic stress disorder. Treat me race like a lamb to slaughter. Them gladly kill off my sons and daughter, but only a fool thirsty in the midst of water. I can't breathe and them still no care. Me hand them up there and them still no here. Ready for dead, me have time for show fear. The black queens have spoken, black people prepare. It's justice in the justice system. There's a warrant out for every black man. Me see it clear. It's justice in them justice system. Slave master, a time for repatriation. Tell them all no justice, no peace. Black style line, we are head to the east. Lion no fear jargon, lion no fear beast. Fi make them blood run, yo, that would be the least. 400 years plus, but me flesh them a feast. Not trust politician, them a Judas priest. Say me I go dead, me tell them that I the least. Speak me mind when me dead, me can rest in peace. It's justice in a them justice system. There's a warrant out for every black man. Me see it clear. It's justice in a them justice system. Slave master, a time for repatriation because we want it. Dead or alive and no joke. Whether me clean or me juggling the pork, me want it with multiple gunshot. Shot to me face, shot to me head back.
Them AI want control me with them 5G rays. Them say them want know me. Me just tell them call me original bad slave. Clearly, Dockery, no Margaret. Bust up Babylon face like Dockery. Clearly, they call me Dockery. No Margaret. Bust up Babylon face like Dockery. Don't cry, no. Try your eye, no. Cause why Jesus me no pray? Your AI can't control me. But it's your 5G real. Vex is more than outrage. Show them the whole book, every bumbo clad beard. Now hide me head in the sun and me never come here so for what? Dig me one grave. The black diaspora success. Marcus Garvey, don't pave. Me why you get up, stand up and fight for your rights. And me no really care about no ears. I can't control it. No, more than the 5G race. They say they want know me. We just tell them that we real bad players. Clearly, Dockery, no Margaret. Babylon face like Dockery. Clearly, the people are no mockery. Bust up them face like Dockery. Dockery. Anywhere you walk up, you know even a fiax. Send them a page or a text or a fax. No text funk or no pimp slap. Born and raised in the streets are hard knocks. 80 parties, cut gun, but or a shot.
Now we bomb shambles all over the world, sound like the bigger boss.
Anywhere you walk up, you know even a fiax. Send them a page or a text or a fax. No tech punk or no pimp slap. Born and raised in the streets are hard knocks. 80 parties, cut gun, but or a shot. Pop, 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 pop. No love chat, me
no polyparat. No beg people, whole a meds and quat. Water in the Guinness bottle, so no face me no watch. One black pants, but he press up and wash. So when my money fi run, make sure run that. No voter guess work or who call and chat. No PNP labor, no skettel reprocrat. Anywhere the work pop up, you know even a fiax. Send them a page or a text or a fax. No tech punk or no pimp slap. Born and raised in the streets are hard knocks. 80 parties, cut gun, butter a shot. Pop diddly pop, diddly pop, pop, pop. No love chat, me no polyparat. No beg people, whole a meds and quack. Water in the Guinness bottle, so no face me no watch. One black pants, but he press up and wash. So when my money fi run, make sure run that. No voter guess work or who call and chat. No PNP labor, no skettel reprocrat. Dirty your press up on me, your peep and a watch. No way good for you, mind your own dirty pot. Rise to the top like the cream butter for cow. One life me have and me no fat pussy cat. Me cry me, jungle that a me habitat. Intelligent, get up, diplomat. Turn up the heat like a thermostat. First class, oh, them a aristocrat. But from a war down grade them to cargo back. Can't get why I want some Bruce Lee kick or a busset. From a cartoon pickaxe stick so much marrow fly. Make you feel nauseous and sick. Feel them bad attack, but them get surprised and trick. And them why I shoulda see my uncool instead of try take man. Be a soft soap fool, man a lion. No fishing on me swimming pool. Bama inna your mama boat. Brand new rule, feel real though. Where a guy panda and think when I'm cal bad water ima sip and a drink. No weird chinchilla, no factor, no mink. Full black to me thing and no fusion or thing. And another thing stop one like you're tough and you're hard. The mailman no where fi find your yard. The girl say your equal rights are so hard, but you a gangster, you a counterfeit fraud. Anyway they want pop up, you know even a fear. Send them a page or a text with a fax. No tech punk or no pimp slap box. Born and raised in the streets are hard knocks. 80s bodies, cut, gun, butter a shot. Pop, piddly, pop, piddly, pop, pop, pop. No love chat, me no polyparat. No beg people who will have meds and quack. Me water, hit 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 me water. Clearly. All who try stop with food, jump back in your mother. The dancehall party coulda never be no other. Them turn up the down sound fi come turn with sound down like the CIA. Take dancehall fi clown. Me nah kill me brother fi no vote. Cause I don't saw the dancehall party thing set. Youth whether left or right, no intimidation. You don't know how the dancehall party will get gone. So me have to make my money on ya. Tell them I and ban ya. I and ban ya. Them can't make me left ya. Have to make my money on ya. Yo, so when you talk to your mans them, politician person, yo, please come correct. 16 billion a year. Dance all with food jams and J-Cap, your best cut the check. Pay we where you owe we and call up with him. And when you call it up, put down some respect. The world no want no pussy we a pet when the boss a pass through. Yo, you see the OG vet car. So me happy make my money on ya. Clearly, yeah. Dance all a waiting. I hit we use the king. Dance all a waiting. Yeah. Chat them a chat, talk them a talk. You know we lean up both. None of them can walk. Born killer wheel, them a just have a shock. The whole world know we a gas, all we need is a spark. Fight can't be right, on the scene and sight. When each up in a dark, must come to light. Pussy belly haters, me say stop, move bright. I'm back on no more, man, if you see like kite. Cut from a red class, whole different breed. We know success, but we don't know success. Yeah. Dance all a waiting. I hit we use the LDK.
Now listen to the champions on the room while burning sound like the Bigga boss.
Chat them a chat, talk them a talk. You know we lean up boat, none of them can walk. Born killer wheel, them a just have a shock. The whole world know we a gas, all we need is a spark. Fight can't be right, on the scene and sight. When each up in a dark, must come to light. Pussy belly haters, me say stop, move bright. I'm back on no more, man, if you see like kite. Cut from a red cloth, whole different breed. We know success, but we don't know success. Like cream to the top, this guaranteed. Like cartel say, step like centipede. All who try stop with food shop back in your mother. Dance a party coulda never been no other. Turn up the down sound, we turn with sound down. Like the CIA, take yard man for clown. Nah, kill me brother, feel no good. And also the dance a party thing set. So whether left or right, no intimidation. Don't know the dance a party we get. So when you talk to your mans, them politician, person, yeah, please come correct. 16 billion a year, dance all with food, jams and shake, cap your best cut the check. Alright, here we go, and when you call in here, make sure put on some respect. The world knows say no pussy we have it. When the bars are passed through, see the whole event. Cut from a red cloth, whole different breed. We know success, but we don't know success. Like cream to the crop, this guaranteed. And like cartels, step like centipede. All who try to with food, jump back in your mother. Dance our party coulda never been no other. Turn up the downtown, we turn down with sound. Like the CIA, I take yard man for clown.
Every time I'm on the dance floor, all I can see is eyes. People tearing me apart. Why must you be so harsh? When you see me on the dance floor, doing the backslide.
Even if I'm doing my backslide,
if you only knew my history, you'd give me a high five.
You would give me a high five.
People say I'm the life of the party, but I don't know why. When I get up on the dance floor, they just walk on by. So why you come on out to party if you're sitting down? Come up on the floor and join me. We can all fly high.
Alright, on a penny to a penny hot cross bun. Party time, meantime to have fun. And then we dance like a fool and then the sweat off the run. And music if you feel no pain, my moves can be undone. You see me?
If you only knew my history, you give me a high five.
You woulda. Sleep in eternal peace to the Queen of Soul, Rita Franklin. Tribute to all of my real garrison ladies. Yeah, I mean, we gonna keep it pimpin'. But that's all Rita would have liked as the Queen of Soul. You see me? soul, Aretha Franklin. Tribute to all of my real guys. We gonna keep it pimpin'. But that's how Aretha would have liked it. That's the queen of soul. You see me? Clearly. Yo.
Let me say that I'm too young to let you know just where I'm coming from.
Tell me, girl.
But you will see,
alright,
that it's just a matter of time.
For what?
My love will surely make you mine.
Alright.
Living in a world of ghetto life.
What?
Everyone seems so tight. Nothing's wrong, it's alright. My man, I like the way he carry on. His love innocence, on and on.
I hear you, Dad.
People out there can't understand.
What you gonna do?
Giving him something he can feel.
All my real ladies out there.
To let him know this love is real.
One more time for your mind.
Oh, 'cause I'm giving him something he can feel. Woo! To let him know this love is real.
Me are the king, she are the queen. How you mean? Anywhere me them me queen, they on the scene. Love me cause me clean, I lift me shoes lean. Take away the pain like oxycodone. Me feel young, fresh and green like me a 18. Feel me queen, me act a fool but not like Mr. Bean. Addict to your love, something like nicotine. So anybody violate, send that to the guillotine.
Giving him something he can feel.
Clearly.
To let him know this love is real. Oh, 'cause I'm giving him something he can feel.
That's right, man.
To let him know this love is real.
Hold up. You see it? The girl is like a back. She not a Porsche. Really love one from over and over sports shop. Brick house chick, she not a road runner. Baby, coyote see the shape in mud start water. 0 to 100, she's a summer scotcher. Big woman think this woman a no youngster awesome. Big and she need a she no pay with joke. And me at the house so me collect when time me poke away. I don't
Giving him something he can feel.
Yeah.
To let him know this love is real.
All my ladies on the dance floor, what you gonna
'Cause
do?
I'm giving him something he can feel.
I can't hear you. Whoa.
To let him know this love is real.
Yo, I'm a DJ. Play a tune for the woman, them a go on like them no want no man. What me say play a tune for the woman, them we go on like them no want no man. Clearly. Once upon a time, she almost lost her mind. She was lonely. She was lonely, yeah. Even though she looked so fine. One hoping that she'd pray a good man would come her way. She was lonely. She was lonely, yeah. She need a good man for one. Let me tell you how it go. And she never knew what big dogs could do until she felt lonely. Baby, you look so lonely, yeah. You need a good man for wine. Alright, tonight you're my Betty Boop, so don't worry nor fret. X amount of rubber dub tonight you are gonna get cut out. The father palm is if it end up in me arm. I be your shelter from the storm, the one to always keep you warm. Love when me up for your that's all night. Straight rubber dub, we not worry nor fight. From your in me arms, everything alright. Lock and key tight.
'Cause once upon a time, she almost lost her mind. She was lonely. She was lonely, yeah. Even though she looked so fine. One, she was lonely, yeah. She need a good man for wine. One, she was lonely, yeah. She need a good man for wine.
Clearly, Mr. Dockery, Major Laser, and with the dad, yo, for the ladies, clearly, all the gals with them body looking so right, your body looking so tight. Alright, my girl, come here tonight. My girl, back it up, me want know where you are run go. Back it up, me want know where you are run go. Back it up, me want know where you are run go. This a dagger come fi mash up yo. Explore your water, me say just like Columbo. Slam dunk like Matumbo. She says she really like the way how it hurt. I know the boy with the big belly working. Back it up, me want know where you are run go. This a dagger come fi mash up yo. Explore your water, me say just like Columbo. Slam dunk like Matumbo. She says she really like the way how it hurt. I know the boy with the big belly working. Fia walk like this is where she's hurting. Straight loving, no crazy perverting. On the floor, my girl exceeding. Strip off your clothes and get ready for the breeding. Hey, Mr. Dockery loving when she says she need it. To the garden, have heeding. Clearly it's like it's when this girl are leading. But me a leader, me girl, me a no follower. Balance and brace and take this. You see, maybe not put your back here. Clearly, back it up, me want know where you are run go. Fat boy come from mash up yo. Explore the water, me say just like Columbo. Boom, slam dunk like Matumbo. She says she really love the way how it's hurting. I know the boy with the big belly working. Fia love like this is when she's searching. Straight loving, no need to perverting. Like silk and satin, my girl skin soft. When me a walk, I me no come here feel laughing. She a the mommy and me a the daddy. Left me handprint when me slap the booty. Head to toe, my girl is a looker. Just one looker and me well want the joker. Sometimes she dress trashy, just like a hooker. But me no response cause I'm my gal, clearly. So back it up, me want to where you are run go. Fat boy come fi mash up yo. Explore your water, me say just like Columbo. Boom, slam dunk like Matumbo.
Now we listen to the champions on the whole wide world, a song like the Bigga boss.
Yeah. Mississauga, don't bring no drama. Yeah. I'm from the land where the buffaloes roam, where the big chief calls his home. Peel region, Mississauga, the zone. We might look crispy, but we bad to the bone. Hey, I'm from the land where the buffaloes roam, where the big chief calls his home. Peel region, Mississauga, the zone. Might look crispy, but we bad to the bone. Mr. Alias Saga, Mill Road and burn on top of the border. Cross the bridge, you better hold the yard. Don't we no bring drama. Gabby always keep the llama. From where you see that the basements have Nama. Exodus from Bush Doctor. Mellow fat man keep popping out. How me feel left out, me brethren skanker. Cougar and Cobra, terminally shot. And Johnny murder, Kitty Badness and the Sergeant Trainer. TLK and Britannia. The two high school where me feature Clarkson. Happy hold them corner. We a bad boy boya. 5 and 10 we sell we ganja. No cokehead can't come round ya. Hey, I'm from the land where the buffaloes roam, where the big chief calls his home. Peel region, Mississauga the zone. Might look crispy, but we bad to the bone. Hey, I'm from the land where the buffaloes roam, where the big chief calls his home. Peel region, Mississauga the zone. Might look crispy, but we bad to the bone. Kilowatt type power. 7 years we lock it down, carry banner. We make the most gunshot fire. No someone can cross the border. Fat man have it and a law and order. The first remix act don't beat the ruler. My one first King Turbo after Ocean 11 I take it slaughter. I put in touch and Tyrone who are the godfather. Like White Super 7 we blend and do. We set the train of funky and upset and me say T that hot mud saga. At I remember we last now where did that after Young Street Boss and then it catch a fire. I'm from the land where the buffalo grow, where the big chief calls his own. Peel region Mississauga the zone. Might look crispy but we bad to the bone. Hey, I'm from the land where the buffaloes roam, where the big chief calls his home. Peel region Mississauga the zone. Might look crispy but we bad to the bone. Friends, how many of us have them? Friends, what? The ones we can depend on. Say them a friend, but them are full of jealousy. Me trust them like me trust white supremacy. Them want me blood run like a Hennessy. And with friends like that who need enemy. Heart no leave. Yeah, you know see father clear out all of the friend enemy.
Now listen to the champions on the whole round world sound like the bigger boss.
How many of us have them? Friends. What? The ones we can depend on. Say them a friend, but them are full of jealousy. Me trust them like me trust white supremacy. Them want me blood run like a Hennessy. And with friends like that who need enemy. Heart no leave. Yeah, you know see father clear out all of the friend enemy. Every move when me make sure what them want enemy. No upliftment appear negativity. So I take when me say but what the vibe still in a me. Me are the real blueprint, no carbon copy. What do want to see a punk just can't stop it. Them see me brand and them try to flap it. Say them a friend but them are full of jealousy. Me trust them like me trust white supremacy. Them want me blood run like a Hennessy. And with friends like that who need enemy. Talking parrot, real motor massive. My downfall would have make them happy. OG in the streets, them boy they in a nappy. Not try bomb rush, the boss will clappy. Head top lick, bulletproof can't stop it. Lion and spy get the 3-star ratchet coming. Like a magic anytime me a flashing. Highland garlic them now. Say them a friend, but them are full of jealousy. Me trust them like me trust white supremacy. Them want me blood run like a Hennessy. And with friends like that who need enemy. Say demi, say demi, say demi, say demi, say demi, say demi. Friends, how many of us have them? Clearly. Them, it's just one of them days. Just one of them days. Just one of them days. Right now my frost tank and E and I ain't got no gas them days. Looking for the cash, mommy and a laugh while your teeth will get smashed them days. Back to wildin', we pop style, you don't take style in them days. DJ daily grind, not so easy for you obtain this shining. Tell them 1 day, 2 day, 3 day, 4 no wanna hand out because me comfy take more no comfy. Knock you, me comfy kick off. I do a time to take from the rich and give to the poor. Them days when we used to sleep on the floor, never have a key to push me own door. Senorita, no wanna broke pockets in your warm and buy them Lexus, bring them front door. Them days. Right now my frost tank and E and I ain't got no gas them days. Looking for the cash, homie and a laughing boy your teeth will get smashed them days. Back to wildin', we pop style, you don't take style in them days. DJ daily grind, not so easy for you obtain this shining. Would never. One of them days.
just one of them days. Me love smoke alone. Yeah.
Now listen to the champions on the woman girl, sound like the bigger boss.
Look in it, yeah, I'm out here looking it. Tell my son, my daughter, yes, my children, yes, I'm looking it. The black man struggle in the jungle, yes, I'm looking it. Yeah, one know what could possess a man to leave his baby mother and child. Yeah, hit the road for such a long, long while. Yeah, I don't want my kids to go what I've been through, but I don't really know what more to do. Coming like the system always want I blue. Yo, I got to push on through. That's why I keep looking it. Yeah, I got to keep looking it. For my kids and my wife, yes, looking it. Yeah, I got to keep on looking it. Hold on, I ask my wife when I go on tour. Looking for the money, you say you want more. I told you it's a promo show to get my foot in the door. She told me bring the money or I'm out the door. Money to me now the money make you want pop style. I treat the Mr. Dockery like a juvenile. You better play your course or you're losing the Kyle. But when the time come in, Mr. Dina smile. That's why I keep looking it. Yeah, I got to keep looking it. Tell my kids and my wife that I'm looking it. Baby mama don't drama cause I'm looking it.
Yeah, I'm drinking from my salsa because my cup was overflowed. Father Elfin. Yeah, I've never made a fortune and it's probably too late now. No worry about that much cause what I'm happy anyhow. As I go through life's journey, reaping more than I have sown. I'm drinking from a salsa cause my cup has overflowed. I don't have a lot of riches, sometimes they going tough. I have a family that love me and you know that's quite enough. Now I'm just upon the blessing and His mercy is bestowed. I'm drinking from a salsa cause my cup has overflowed. I remember times when things went wrong, my faith got little tin. Then all at once the dance will go, the sun keeps shining in. Lord please help me not to grind out the tough roads and I'm drinking from a salsa cause my cup has overflowed. It just give me strength and courage when my way goes deep and tough. I won't have another blessing cause I'm already blessed enough. May I never be too busy to help another with his load. I'm drinking from a salsa cause my cup has overflowed. Sitting here all alone in my chair, thinking of you. Yeah. Wishing you were here, another joke we could share. Time flies, but who cares? Cause we'll meet again in the next life. It was the same blood we played. If we got caught by a knife, but it's goodbye for now. See you in the afterlife. Sitting here all alone in my chair, thinking of you. Yeah. Wishing you were here, another joke we could share. Time flies, but who cares? Cause we'll meet again in the next life. It was the same blood we played. If we got caught by a knife, but it's goodbye for now. See you in the afterlife. No more pain, struggle and strife. Hey, everything is gonna be alright. Everything is gonna be alright. Everything is gonna be alright now. Everything is gonna be alright. So enjoy your life. It's later than you think. Yeah, in the blink of an eye.
fast as you quit, it's goodbye. It's goodbye. It's goodbye. Goodbye. But we'll meet again in the next life. It was the same blood we played. If we got caught by a knife, hey, but it's goodbye for now. I'll see you in the afterlife with no more pain, struggle and strife. Hey, everything is gonna be alright. Everything is gonna be alright. Everything is gonna be alright now. Everything is gonna be alright. So enjoy your life. It's later than you think. In the blink of an eye. As fast as you quint, it's goodbye. 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 Hey. Sitting here, all alone in my chair, thinking of you. Yeah. Wishing you were here. Another joke we could share. Time flies, but who cares? Cause we'll meet again in the next life. It was the same blood we played. If we got caught by a knife, but it's goodbye for now. See you in the afterlife. No more pain, struggle and strife. Hey, everything is gonna be alright. Everything is gonna be alright. Everything is gonna be alright now. Everything is gonna be alright. So enjoy your life. It's later than you think. Yeah, in the blink of an eye. As fast as you quint, it's goodbye. It's goodbye. It's goodbye. Goodbye. But we'll meet again in the next life. It was the same blood we played. If we got caught by a knife, hey, but it's goodbye for now. I'll see you in the afterlife with no more pain, struggle and strife. Straight fruit in the streets, they don't even ripe yet, no. In the jungle of concrete, they want to see me lifeless, but
why should I feel discouraged? Why should the shadows come? Why should my heart feel lonely and long for heaven and home? When Jesus is my portion, a constant friend is He. For His eye is on the sparrow, and I know that He watches over me.
straight fruit in the streets, them don't even ripe yet, no. In the jungle of concrete, they want to see me lifeless, but until the heart stop beat, we're going to fight this, yo. For all the wrongs they've done, it's time we right this year. Gunshot take our next king's life, leave a fatherless child, mother and wife. How long shall they kill our prophets while we stand aside and look? It's just another page, but are them Willie Lynch book. My people getting slaughtered, and nobody don't care. Right like a China ground, whether rural or town, helicopters them in the air. Bright light a shine a ground with a rural art town. Helicopter flying out the air all because of street food in the streets. They don't even ripe yet, no. In the jungle of concrete. They want to see me lifeless, boy, until the heart stop beat. We're going to fight this, yo, for all the wrongs they've done. It's time we right this year.
His eye is on the sparrow, and I know that he watches over me.
In our civilization, they set out to destroy us. At Berlin Conference,
them white God tell me a sinner before me even born. They can't be a winner. Is it me? Yo, how this thing work? They fool them other peoples, me no goof or no jerk. Nah, tell me where you need the African diaspora guaranteed to exceed.
In our civilization, they set out to destroy us. At Berlin Conference,
them white God tell me a sinner before me even born. They can't be a winner. Is it me? Yo, how this thing work? They fool them other peoples, me no goof or no jerk. Nah, tell me where you need the African diaspora guaranteed to exceed. The colonizers bleed, just like we bleed. Even if them take we out, we don't plant we seed. 1.27 billion African already waiting for we on the motherland. 140 more million African children in our next man land. No, 1884, them set them plan. Berlin Conference to dominate the black man. Portugal, Germany, France and Britain to divide and conquer and enslave African. Drinking the blood of all Africans, stolen fetus for them vaccination, all the while implementing them eugenics plan. Them evil and wicked send out the real bush woman. Nah, tell me where you need the African diaspora guaranteed to exceed. The colonizers bleed, just like we bleed. Even if them take we out, we don't plant we seed. Yeah. The whole African nation need protection. Bring back the Goats of Shaka, bring back Dirty Bookman, bring back Nanny Sam Sharp and Harriet Tubman. These are the real soul train for the black caravan. Who can hear must feel to be a learner. Bring back the great Ghost of Bogle and Nat Turner. We came, sir, and we conquer. Emperor Selassie, the earth rightful ruler. Great Garvey goes a lead out of many same one where them go hear about. Touch one, touch all supremacists. Them vex, Sergeant of Arms, the ghosts of Malcolm X. Nanda, tell me where you need the African diaspora guaranteed to exceed. The colonizers bleed, just like we bleed. Even if them take we out, we don't plant with seed. 1.27 billion African already waiting for we found the motherland. 140 more million African children in our next man land. We float like a butterfly, sting like a bee. Them can't stop the ghost of Muhammad Ali. For the enemy, we have a Baptist prayer. Preach, preach, preach. Yeah, Martin Luther, anywhere we footland. Wakanda, African diaspora, marching back to Africa, not take back. From the slave master and that white God sitting was a disaster. It's black God to we think. Full stop, media no put on no spin. If a world war, we are win. So proud of me African skin. Nah, Africana, tell me where you need the African diaspora guaranteed to exceed. The colonizers bleed, just like we bleed. Even if them take we out, we don't plant with seed. 1.27 billion African already waiting for we from the motherland. 140 more million African children in our next man land. No.
So that's where you look at where we are today. 135 years later, a system that was put in place to see to it that Africa and her children are forever defeated, that Africa is forever exploited, remains in place today, alive and well. And we sit here and we ask ourselves, why isn't Africa moving forward? Why does Africa continue to be taken advantage of? Well, I'll tell you why, very simply. Until Africa comes together as a continent speaking with with one voice, one continent, one people. Nothing, and I repeat, nothing is gonna change.
Clearly, Dockery and Dockery, smoke shop. World Cross 2020, hold on, no man. Me sick and tired of the music skizzy, me can't die and go to heaven in a Jesus name, no. Me know and me understand, say, Wuhan was made by man. World domination, that are them plan. Enslave every child, woman and man. Change the DNA, no more human.
Now this is the champions of the whole world, going to sound like the Bigga boss.
Smoke shop. World Cross 2020, hold on, no man. Me sick and tired of the music skizzy, me can't die and go to heaven in a Jesus name, no. Me know and me understand, say, Wuhan was made by man. World domination, that are them plan. Enslave every child, woman and man. Change your DNA, no more human. Lock down them plan with them vaccination. Pretty prison selfie, who no want tag along. Now the whole world on the plantation. World War III, them start with Wuhan because they want to enslave the population. Crash the economy and them want to rich. Government sell we out, it only one did a hit. Give him a one turn, then pan him them switch. Find out but tell the truth, no wouldn't that be a bitch. Sick and tired of the music skizzy, you can't die and go to heaven in a Jesus name, no. We know and we understand. Wuhan was made by man. Left wing, right wing, no matter. Same bird, black sheep, white sheep, no matter. Same herd. Check them up, transit louder than word. The whole world caught the flu. Now that is absurd. 5G and them, nanotechnology. The rich are say Allah, honor, them decree. Rich say if you pour them, not spare nobody. Shit pan every brain, that's a guarantee. Rebel with a carbon free for banded. No vaccine, we say no daily bread. Nowhere to run and there is nowhere to fled. Time we living in terrible and dread. We're sick and tired of the ism, schism. Can't die and go to heaven in a Jesus name, Lord. We know and we understand. Wuhan was made by man. You can fool some people sometimes, but you can't fool all the people all the time. So now you see the light. Stand up for your right. Fight. Yo, Bigga boss. Yeah. Yeah. Down south. Yeah, we keep it grimy. Yo. Down south, we love to chunk the deuce and we wreck the set. Then we grab the dice and then we place the bet right here. It's as country as it getting what we bang it on the street. We don't bang on internet, we hustle for the shine. Shoot who stopped the grind. My life is not a rhyme, I will commit the crime. Said I wasn't born to be spitting, I ain't ever gonna be spit. Bigga boss is the spit. Haters, yo, you need to quit. They wanna see my soul down in hellfire. Tell those germs and worms that the devil is a liar. Yo, Bigga boss. Yeah. Down south, yeah, we keep it grimy. Yo. Down south, we love to chunk the deuce and we rep the set. Then we grab the dice and then we place the bet right here. Is as country as it getting what we bang it on the street. We don't bang on internet, we hustle for the shine. Shoot who stopped the grind. My life is not a rhyme, I will commit the crime. Said I wasn't born to be spitting, I ain't ever gonna be spit. Bigga boss is the spit. Haters, yo, you need to quit. They wanna see my soul down in hellfire. Tell those germs and worms that the devil is a liar. My hustle is my grind is my shine. Give what's due to Caesar, stop trying to stop mine. I gave them a warning, oppressors guard your neck. Cash up front, Bigga boss don't take check. Kitty cat ran to the fed, that's why punk I don't pet. They got me charged up now with a terrorist threat. Yeah, all locked up and I ain't did shit yet. you got a friend. Feel slave guaranteed to make white collar wet. Get up in your space with this brand new tech. They wanna see my soul down in hellfire. Tell those germs and worms that the devil is a liar. My hustle is my grind that's my shine. Give what those to Caesar, stop trying to stop mine. Eeny, meeny, miny, mo. Which one of these digits going to go? Pulling out your fingernails and chopping off your toe. Killing off your crew and teaming up with your foe. Run up in your pot and then we pull the kick to. Hurt say that you buy some blue job this 4-4. Take from the rich and then we give to the poor. Put it right in your eyes, see you no more. They wanna see my soul down in hellfire. Tell those germs and worms, the devil is a liar. My hustle is my grind is my shine. Give what do to Caesar, stop trying to stop mine. Faggots wanna take my shine. See it all, want it all, now you're blind. Make me kids suffer, it's kill house nigga time. Wanna rap street niggas like it's okay and fine. Get up close cause I don't want shoot. You wanna run this big Rambo buck knife right through you. Do your wife and kids the same way that I do you. Try to screw the boss, nah nigga, screw you. They wanna see my soul down in hellfire. Tell those germs and worms, the devil is a liar. My hustle is my grind that's my shine. Give what's due to Caesar, stop trying to stop mine. Bust that throat, clean just like a goat. Eye for your eye and tell them throat for your throat. Take your album and them don't want promote. Them money is so long them feel them can buy the quote. When them see the publishing think them can win. Enough is enough cause I'm about to sin. More than one way for your pussy get skin is those corrupt cats started. Here is where it ends cause they wanna see my foot down in hellfire. Tell those germs and worms, the devil is a liar. My hustle is my grind that's my shine. Give what's due to Caesar, stop trying to stop mine. What? They wanna see my foot down in hellfire. Tell those germs and worms,